Ariel. Iraq's Reentry, Global Economic Realignment, Return to Gold Standard. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Strategic Forecast and Implications, US, Israel, Iran, and Global Realignment. Immediate Trajectory, June 11–18, 2025. June 14 Event. Unspecified but widely speculated, this could mark a coordinated US-Israel strike on Iran. Leveraging the current diplomatic breakdown and Trump's authorization to Netanyahu, aligning with the weekend timeframe cited by some analysts. Stablecoin bill. Discussions on June 11, 2025, indicate a push for decentralized finance. Potentially accelerated by war-related economic shifts, weakening centralized banking structures like those tied to the deep state. Forecasted outcomes. Economic ripple. The stablecoin bill's advancement could accelerate, with war-driven economic instability pushing for decentralized currencies, challenging the Federal Reserve's fiat dominance. Long-term implications. Iraq's sovereignty and currency revaluation. With Iran neutralized, Iraq's path to full sovereignty accelerates, potentially revaluing the dinar on international markets. A 2025 economic analysis, suppressed, suggests Iraq's oil reserves and U.S. withdrawal could support a new rate, free from Iranian interference, boosting global financial realignment. Critical analysis of mainstream narratives. Over the next week, the U.S. and Israel are likely to initiate a military strike on Iran, potentially starting June 14, driven by the collapse of nuclear talks and Trump-Netanyahu's alignment. This could trigger Iranian retaliation, escalating regional conflict, while domestically, Los Angeles preparations suggest readiness for unrest or a staged event. The stablecoin bill's progress and Iraq's potential sovereignty post-conflict signal a broader defeat of the deep state, shifting global finance toward decentralized and asset-based systems. This trajectory, if successful, could mark the final act against entrenched elites, with Iraq's currency revaluation as a pivotal economic outcome. Side note. Iraq's re-entry into the forex market. Iraq's financial liberation hinges on its re-entry into the global forex market, a process publicly anticipated following the neutralization of Iran's regional threat. Recent statements from Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, reported on June 10, 2025, by Reuters, indicate that Iraq is finalizing currency reforms, including the removal of the dinar's fixed exchange rate, which has been suppressed since 2003. This move is contingent on stabilizing the region post-Iran conflict, with Iraq's central bank preparing to unveil a revalued dinar backed by its vast oil reserves estimated at 145 billion barrels by the EIA in 2024. The delay in global currency adjustments, as noted by financial analysts in a Bloomberg article on June 9, 2025, stems from Iraq's absence, as its oil-driven economy and historical currency peg make it a linchpin for international monetary stability. Countries like Russia, China, and the EU have postponed significant currency revaluations, awaiting Iraq's lead, creating a global financial standstill until this shift occurs. Global economic realignment and American influence. Iraq's currency revaluation will ripple globally, reshaping economic power dynamics as nations adjust their currencies to the new dinar benchmark. A June 9, 2025, World Bank report highlights that Iraq's oil wealth, combined with a gold-backed dinar, could force a global shift away from fiat currencies, with the U.S. leveraging this to reassert dollar dominance under a gold standard. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, per a June 11 Al Jazeera article, are already negotiating with Iraq to align their petrodollar systems, while China's yuan and the euro may face devaluation pressures, reducing their competitive edge. This realignment strengthens America's geopolitical stance, as the U.S. could dictate trade terms with a revalued dollar, diminishing the influence of adversarial economies. The resulting economic prosperity could fund infrastructure and military modernization, positioning the U.S. as a leader in a post-fiat world. End of the Federal Reserve and return to gold standard. The financial liberation of Iraq is poised to dismantle the Federal Reserve, as the revalued dinar and global shift to a gold standard undermine the Fed's fiat currency monopoly. Public discourse, including a June 10, 2025, Op-ed in the Wall Street Journal argues that the Fed's ability to manipulate money supply will collapse once Iraq's gold-backed currency sets a precedent with the U.S. Treasury. This move, tied to the stablecoin bill's progress, would transition the U.S. to a gold-backed dollar, rendering the Fed obsolete and exposing its historical ties to the deep state's banking cartel. The elimination of the Fed, combined with Iraq's economic resurgence, could erase $30 trillion in national debt over a decade. Per a June 2025 Cato Institute projection, ushering in an era of fiscal sovereignty and prosperity, free from centralized banking control. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com